Hello and welcome to another episode of Animation 3 Zero Build in FORTNITE Solo Play. We're still waiting on the bus. Oh, there it is. We got the Halloween bus now for this month. Very cool. Anyways, let's see, where should we land today? I think I'm gonna shoot for those circular trees over there in that little circle over there. Hopefully no one will follow me. Let me check something real quick. Oops. Okay. Making sure I have my mic on completely. So yeah, today I thought I would talk about some more farm life things, mainly gardens and orchards, because a lot of my past was spent in those two areas. And I'm not even a green thumb. I am not good at growing plants at all. Like, I literally have to leave that part to someone else, but I'm good at maintaining what's there, so that was always my job, was to, keep the weeds down, water, and then harvest. Of course, harvest time was my main job, especially when my grandmother needed help and when the orchard was ready and everything was ripe and ready to pick. My mom too. My mom was a city girl. She grew up in the city. My dad grew up in the country. And my mom had a rather large garden as well that my dad would rototill and get ready for her every year. And she would plant a lot of things that we like to eat, like carrots and rhubarb and things like that. And but she gave up on it because one year she had a really nice garden going. It was always very large garden, and the pigs got out one year and they ate up everything. They tore up that garden to the max. So after that, she said she was never gonna have a garden again. It was too much work, and she didn't like the fact that she lost her entire garden. So but my grandmother always had gardens on her farm, and which was, we call it the main farm. There was like a lane between the main farm and our part of the farm where I mainly grew up, and so I would walk down there, ride my bike down there, and help my grandmother regularly. I literally spent more time with my grandparents on the farm than I did my actual parents. So a lot of times I'll tell people that my grandparents actually raised me because I spent so much time with them. Um, but anyways, my grandmother had about, wait, she had 2 or 3 large gardens, and she grew everything like snap peas, green beans, carrots, um, um, cucumbers, pickles, everything. So I would help her regularly pick weeds. She'd always be in there picking weeds, like constantly, daily. It was a daily thing for her, and she enjoyed it. She liked doing that. So, and it was crazy because when she got really, really old and she had to have a cane with her all the time, she was still out there trying to pick weeds out there. One time I went to the main farm and she was, and one time I caught her out there trying to cane. She was like jabbing at him, and I'm like, when I found her and walked up to her, I said, "What are you doing?" And I was laughing like that. She started laughing right away. I was her oldest granddaughter, so we shared a lot of laughs together, and she just laughed like she always did. And I got her to go back in the house so we could just sit down and talk for a while. But yeah, she was a great woman. Great. She was a very spiritual woman too. Was very active in the church. Sang in the choir. My grandpa sang in the men's choir also, and she was in Ladies Aid and all of these things. And both of them are very, very well known in the community because they helped a lot of people outside of just being farmers, you know. My grandmother used to like to bake too, and she would use fresh fruits and so forth in her desserts and everything. So it was great. It was great. You go into her house and you could smell fresh baked bread like almost regularly because she liked to garden and she liked to cook. So that was great. Hold on a second. Let me get this. Let me get. Oh, I thought I didn't have that much yet. This is gonna make me change skins for a second. I have my Brazil colors on today. If I didn't mention it earlier, I know yesterday when I streamed too, I forgot to mention I had Colombian colors on, just like in my first initial video. Anyways, if you watched my other farm girl video, then you would know that I also worked on an orchard. I did that for 2 years. During their harvest season, we'd always start out with like strawberries in June and raspberries, and we would pick cherries and apples. And that orchard also had a big garden of flowers that we would pick and take to the food market downtown, along with some other, fruits and so forth. Pints of raspberries and things like that. always marigolds. Like we would spray paint like these tin cans, like coffee cans almost. And oh, see, I could have done that back to him, but I didn't. I wasn't paying attention again. With the last call legendary, I had one too. We'll play again though, because I'm not done talking. Anyway, so in the orchard, we would start out with picking strawberries, and that was our time to get a good beginning of summer suntan. So we would literally wear like our bathing suits or whatever out in the strawberry patch, and we would pick strawberries early in the morning when it was still cool and the sun was coming up, until our heads started getting really hot from the sun coming up. And then we would go take a break in the shade for a while. But back then, I was earning, I think they paid me like $3 and some cents an hour back then for picking berries and so forth. So back then it didn't really matter to me though, because I wasn't even out of high school yet. Those were like summer jobs. But I always did work for her after school too, all the way through November, because that was apple picking season too. And we would sort apples and that. She had a setup in the barn, the woman that owned this orchard, where we could like individually roll apples down these little conveyor, like into this conveyor thing, and it would sort the apples by size first, and we also had to look for like a lot of bad spots or whatever on them. She kept all the bad apples, I would say, that just had spots on them. I mean, it's not like you couldn't have ate it, but it's not, good for selling. So she would separate those, and then she would also make apple cider. She would let me take a gallon of that home every now and then. Oh my gosh, that was delicious, people. I mean, you got to get it straight from the orchard, or get your food straight from the farm if you can, because what a difference. Like, especially like when we were picking strawberries too, and we could eat some every now and then. She did allow us to eat some every now and then. When those strawberries are cooking in the sun a little bit, and it just brings out the sugars in that, and it's warm, oh, the taste of berries before they hit a freezer or refrigerator is, I mean, you can't describe it. That's the way it was meant to eat, like right off the bush or right off the tree, because it really does taste different. It tastes natural and tastes good, very sweet and good. I tried growing my own garden at one point in my adulthood, and I just couldn't keep up with it. It was too big. My dad had given me a space to have my own garden. It was just too big. It was too big for me, and he planted everything in there. All I had to do was keep it weeded, but I just couldn't keep up with it. It was growing up so fast, so. But he had herbs in there too, as well, like dill, and I forget what other herbs he had in there, and cucumbers, carrots. But whenever I could, I'd go out there and grab everything that was ready to pick though, and would bring it back in the house and peel it or cut it all and chop it all up and put it in containers, and put it in the fridge because it was great. I love fresh food. Yep, it definitely makes a difference. I highly advise that you have a garden if you can, if you have the space for it. Nowadays they have, these indoor gardens you can do too, but nothing beats the sun beating on your plants and eating them fresh out of the garden. Just rinse them off and eat them up. Now I have to buy everything frozen. It definitely loses a lot of its flavor. Then you can heat it up on the stove and that, but it still doesn't cut it. Also, when I worked at the orchard, then we would make those cans, like I said, of the marigolds, like little bouquets, and put them in them cans and make up, pints of raspberries and strawberries and all that, and then we would go downtown to the big farmers market and sell all of our things. Many people there. Many people just loving the marigolds. What I didn't like about that was, of course, when the marigolds are ready to pick, you also have bees everywhere in the garden, right next to you. But they're so busy, like grabbing all the pollen and stuff off the flowers, that they don't really pay attention to you. So I never did get stung or anything, but it makes you a little aware of your surroundings. You hear them buzzing all the time, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but yeah, everything worked out just the way it was supposed to. He probably was over here already, wasn't I? Oh no, I wasn't. I don't want to get stuck in there though, because the line is already this way. Oh shoot, now I got somebody shooting at me. Where'd he go? You trying to come up here? He might be. Oop. Let's go get this car. Let's go get this car right quick. How do you like my car? Isn't it the coolest thing? I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, I could get that thing again. Hello?
It's a scream.
It's a scream, huh? Okay. I am not like a Halloweeny person. Like, I don't celebrate Halloween or anything, although when we were kids we did, because my mom was all into every holiday. She would decorate and everything and make us go trick-or-treating with her friends, kids. Every year we would go over there with our costumes on to go trick-or-treating through whatever neighborhoods they'd take us to. But I just don't like the whole idea of it. I don't like going around asking people for candy. I don't care if you say trick or treat or not, it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. I'm planning on doing some streaming on Twitch yet. So if you want to follow me over there already, you can, because I will be streaming over there eventually, like soon, hopefully within a week or two now. So that's just a heads up. I'm giving up my car. I'm gonna get somebody with this new weapon. I haven't tried it yet. Usually I always have pretty good success with new weapons though, so we need to try it out. Where's this guy? Come here, buddy. I want to try this on you. Run away. He ran away. See, he's over there. It's like, no, you're not getting me. I'm gonna get somebody with this. Come on, where are y'all? We're down to 20 people. 19 actually. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that took too long. I should have worked better than that. But I couldn't run, the sprint thing doesn't work that long, so then when you're too far away from them, it's pointless. Let me get this thingy right here. Let me try for someone else, maybe. Let's get this too. Let's just mow them down. I feel aggressive today. We're gonna do some aggressive killing right now. Where are they? How come the gas tanks don't blow up anymore? That's boring. They used to blow up. Bruh. Okay, let's go over here. My bullets are probably going to run out because 148 is not a lot when you have something this fast to use. Let me get this down. Yep, I'm already out. I'm already out. Already out. Oh, you dead too, buddy. Because you already were low on health, I know. Oh, give me 640. Yeah, I got 640 bullets in here. Where are they? No! Ah, darn it. 8th place. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.